My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Before Sunset. And this review will have spoilers, so that's your warning. But I was really hoping to love this movie. I loved Before Sunrise, and it's got the same two leads, it's got the same director, it's got amazing reviews. But unfortunately, I think this movie is overrated. But let's begin what I did like. And I think once again, the two main leads of this movie are fantastic. Ethan Hawke is so great here. He really brings this character to life perfectly. You've also got Julia Delpy, who I think is just an utter delight. I think she is so irresistible and so charming and just so easy to love. And together, they just have genuine chemistry. It always feels authentic, and I really bought into it. And I really like how these characters feel alive. It feels like they exist outside of a time in which we see them. They have a past, they have regrets, they have a life, and they talk about it. And I love how it embraces the entire what could have been aspect of these two characters. There's a real reflective quality to this movie that I loved. And I really loved so much of their conversations and how it reveals about their characters. I also love the setting of France. It's brought to life so perfectly, and the directing I think is strong. I'm pretty sure there's a few one-shot sequences which I didn't even notice. Like, I never noticed any cuts because I was always so engaged with the movie. And it can be funny at times, and there's so much greatness about this movie. And I wish I could give this movie a 9 out of 10. I wish I could say I love it. But unfortunately, they made one smart decision. And it's one smart decision that almost ruins this entire movie for me. And it's the fact that Jesse is not a single man reunited with his love. Jesse is a married man who has every intention to leave his current wife. And I think that just makes for a very gross movie. And I do know the movie brings up the point that she got pregnant, so they got married. But it doesn't change the fact that he chose this life for himself, and he's spending this entire movie emotionally cheating and sometimes physically cheating with another woman. And I just think there's a real slimy quality to this movie because of that. You can justify it however you want, but it's wrong. And on top of that, we don't get the wife's perspective on anything. We just assume that Jesse is telling us exactly how it is. But like, there's a whole other side to the story here that's completely missing, and it doesn't sit right with me. You know, there are movies like Marriage Story where characters get divorced, and you kind of get a sense that's because of both their egos. But this movie doesn't do that. It doesn't look at it in that kind of way. In fact, it romanticizes his affair here. It romanticizes him leaving his wife for another woman. And I'm sorry, but that's a deal breaker for me. So as much as I love so much of this movie, I just can't ignore that fact because it's at the very core of the story. I'm not going to say this is a bad movie. There's still plenty to enjoy, but it's definitely diminishes an amazing movie to merely okay. And even when you get a last scene as good as this movie has, perfect final lines of dialogue that are as good as this movie has, it gets tarnished, and it's a real shame. So I'll give Before Sunset a 6 out of 10, I guess. I still like this movie enough, but I can't ignore that. But have you seen Before Sunset? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin out.